Welcome to the Polished Paradigm, where we go over all things leveling up. On today's episode, we are doing a psychological deep dive into the reasons behind why you keep attracting only men you don't want. We will go into what you must do to change how you view men, relationships, and even how you must act to keep them away. You will be F-boy repellent after this video. Now let's get into it.
I'm about to share with you something that is going to completely transform your dating life. The reason why you are attracting dusty men and dusty people, or people that don't meet your needs or meet your standards, and have those healthy communication, extreme healthy men that are not just good looking and that can make money and are ambitious and disciplined, but they're also connected to their heart. They're also spiritually connected to God or to a higher power. They make you feel so safe. They make you feel provided and cherished, because these men exist. There's an abundance of these types of men. The reason why you haven't been able to attract them is because you entertain and you give your time and your energy to men that don't meet those standards. Hear me out. Who you entertain is giving the universe confirmation of what to give you more of. Every time you say no to a person that don't meet your standards or your boundaries, the more the universe will start to give you the type of man, the type of human that meet those standards. That's when you start to attract that quality of person. So let me give you an example. You start to attract people, you choose people in your dating profile that you're very intentional with, that you know meet your standards. And if they don't, you press no, and you only go on dates with men you've either vetted or that meet those certain standards. If the date goes well, that's when you have a second date. That's when you continue texting. If they don't meet those standards, then you politely say no and let that relationship go. And you do this again and again and again until you meet that one person that feels safe for you, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. And the more you keep doing that, that's when you start to attract high value, high quality, nurturing, and long-lasting relationships.
Now I want to get into the more physical, outward way that we attract what we do, because how we carry ourselves and what we look like is a direct reflection of what we attract. For example, when I was done entertaining F-boys or people who weren't serious, and I wanted a real stand-up man with my same goals and aspirations, I did a social media overhaul. I went to my Instagram and I deleted half my photos. I used to bartend at a strip club and would have pictures of me holding a bottle of 1942 with my tongue out and a corset and booty shorts and fishnets. Like, no wonder I was attracting what I was attracting. I was literally pandering to F-boys, D-boys. I probably looked like an easy target, someone who wasn't deep, maybe a fun night out. So I got rid of all those pics and anything random that didn't highlight the essence of who I truly am. My page ended up looking more professional, only high quality pics of me at nice places or traveling, some of the art that I did, me scuba diving with exotic fish, and shortly after that, I landed my current fiance, and he is the exact man I was holding out for.
If you're constantly getting played by guys and getting ghosted and getting left and getting cheated on, let me let you in on a little secret. It's not because you're not pretty or because you're not in your divine feminine energy. It's because you believe that you are a victim. And you can call this victim blaming if you want, but I'm about to give you your power back. Let go of the victim mentality. You need to drop that shit. I'm sick of you guys giving me the story about how broken you are and how everyone leaves you and that it's pathetic and that you're so sad and you're lonely and you're broken inside. You're literally affirming this into your identity and telling yourself that that is how you see yourself. Guess what men do? They look at you and they see the same exact thing. They see that you're broken, they see that you don't love yourself, that you don't value yourself, and they don't see your worth. So guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna play you, they're gonna use you, and they're gonna cheat. Until you claim your own power in present tense and understand your value, nothing out there is gonna change. Stop expecting love from other people when you don't even give it to yourself.
So somebody asked me today, why do I always get approached by losers or broken people or people who aren't healed or people that want to play games? And I tell them it's all about your energy. You got fool written all over your face. You got play games with me written all over your face, and you be giving people too much the benefit of the doubt. See, one thing about me, the energy that I give off is that I'm not to be fucked with. I'm not to be played with. I'm not to be challenged. I'm not trying to kiki with you. I'm not trying to kick it with you. I'm straight laced. So when I walk into a room, motherfuckers gotta either get on their A game or get away from me. See, I'm a weak motherfucker's repellent. When I walk in a room, I got so much confidence that it will make you uncomfortable if you're not sure of yourself. I walk around with a face like you bet not have the audacity to speak to me, speak about me, or come near me if you not on your shit. A lot of y'all be too concerned about being friendly. You're too concerned about being liked. You're too concerned about coming off like an asshole, but being a nice guy never got you nothing in life. Straight like that. Your energy is trash, so you attract trash. My energy is a winner's mindset, so I attract nothing but winners. Am I lying?
If you realize you have a pattern of going after F-boys or men that treat you bad or are losers with nothing going for them, it's time to dig down deep into your subconscious and your past and find out why. There's a deep-seated reason why you accept being treated poorly or you let yourself get breadcrumbed by men. When you're solid within yourself and you know your value and inherent worth, you don't even see these men. They can't even reach you. They aren't vibrating on your level, so they're invisible to you. When they try to holler at you, you think there must be someone walking behind you because it sure ain't gonna be you. You need to love yourself more than any man could ever love you. His love should just be the gravy on top of the turkey. You need to be so secure within yourself that no man could give you what you don't already have yourself. Because a woman like that is unstoppable.
You are what you attract. Let that sink in. You are what you attract. Men, they don't like independent women. They don't like strong-minded women. They don't like chingonas. Why? Because they're not going to take this man's shit. They resent us. No, porque no somos pendejas. That's why they go for women that maybe have lower self-esteem. They're lacking something in their life that they're seeking from this man to fill. And they can spot y'all like this. Just like they can spot us like this. They know which ones they can play. They know the ones they can run circles around and keep on a string, breadcrumbing them. So if anything, it just means you need to work on yourself. Work on yourself. Take a step back and be like, damn, why was I in that situation? What does that say about me? Why did I allow this man to treat me like that? Why did I allow this man to cheat on me? Once you work on it, honey, you're gonna be stronger mentally. So when men like that come at you, you're gonna be like, ew, bye, no, okay? It's gonna be like a repellent. You started loving yourself. You started valuing yourself. Sometimes women, they don't see themselves with high regard. So guess what? If you don't see yourself like that, why is a man gonna see you like that? It's what you project. You keep attracting these type of men. Take a step back, work on yourself. Do not date. Do not date anybody. Work on yourself. Spend time with yourself. Get to know you.
You keep attracting men who just want to take you home at night, who just want to sleep with you, or who just look at you as an object. First and foremost, I just want to say I get you because that used to be me. I've been there and I've learned how to change the narrative so that no longer is acceptable and that energy no longer makes its way into my space. And I want to teach you exactly how I did it so you can free yourself from these types of men and call in men that are in deep reverence of you, that honor you, that respect you. I was talking to a client on one of our calls a couple weeks ago, and she said, I'm down to get back into the dating world because I'm ready and I want to. However, is it just me, or why do I keep attracting men that just want to take me home after the first night, or just feel that they are owed something of me sexually? Or I keep attracting men that think they are naturally owed that they get to sleep with me on the first night. So I wanted her to explore the way in which she was showing up energetically when it came to men. So I asked her, what are your thoughts that you're having when it comes to attracting a man? What are your thoughts when you go on the first date? And she thinks about it for a second and she's like, she said her narrative is, man, I hope this one isn't the same as others. I hope this one doesn't think that he can sleep with me too. And as we explored the belief further, she started to understand that she still had a narrative running, a program running in the background that was all men want is to sleep together. So we pinpointed it right then and there. She had an aha moment, a light bulb that went off that was like, oh, I'm already going into the date with the preconceived notion that that's what's going to happen at the end. I'm already bracing myself and expecting this to happen. And I was like, yes, I wonder if you shift the narrative that there's no way a man would ever ask me something like that, because if he did, he would just look stupid. I wonder if you shift the narrative that you're such a high value woman, that you are adored and there's reverence and respect for you always and forever. And because of that, no man would ever even think to ask you to sleep with him on the first night. I wonder if you shift the narrative from the one you have now to this new narrative, if the outcome with men would shift. I wonder. And guess what? I just got off a call with her earlier, and she went on a date with a man this weekend who did not ask her to go home with her, who did not expect that they would sleep together on the first date. I promise you, when you shift your belief systems, your external world shifts like this.
This is the mindset you need to have in general. Men better know that you are untouchable. They need to seriously prove themselves if they ever want a chance with you. Men are constantly sizing you up and will subconsciously label you with whatever worth they think you hold and will treat you accordingly. So you have to embody that value in your everyday life so he sees what status you exude and knows what kind of work he's going to have to put in. Some men will drop off right away because they don't think that they could get you, or they don't want to put in the work, and that's great for you because they're just weeding themselves out at that point.
Ever notice how the people that you get obsessed with and hung up on are the people that you don't feel safe with? This typically happens to people who felt emotionally neglected as children, and those children got really good at imagining love where there was no love. It was something that kept you safe, a survival mechanism. But now as an adult, it is the only love that you know, so you will choose people that you don't feel safe with, that you feel emotional neglect from, because the only love that you know is the love that you create up here. You say that you want a real connection, that you just want someone to really love you and appreciate you and meet you where you're at. And I got that you do want that, and that's the truth. But there's a blind spot. There's something in the way that's preventing that, because you're not complete with your childhood. There's something that you need to let go of. There's someone that you need to forgive, whether it be yourself or your parents or a sibling or a teacher. There is a story, something you have that is blocking you from truly being able to accept love from people who can really give it to you. Because I know you're not intentionally choosing emotionally unavailable, avoidant people who really treat you like shit. Nobody actually wants that. But you're used to, dare I say, addicted to the ups and downs. And the thing you need to get is that you're not a child anymore. You can actually go and create and find the real love that will be fulfilling for your soul. You don't need to imagine it and pretend that it's real. You can actually go get it for reals. And unless you want to keep repeating this cycle and attracting these avoidant, emotionally unavailable people, then you need to actually address that part in your childhood, and you need to get complete with it. There's something you decided about yourself and about life and about other people that has been the driving force of your life all this time. And no, this is not just the way you are and how it is and how you are. You actually have the power to deal with it. So if you really want to, we can do that.
If you're constantly attracting the same group of men that don't show up properly, that are avoidant, that are wanting situationships, it's most likely because of the beliefs that you have and what you are so used to. This is why you gotta ask yourself, why do I find people that don't respect me attractive? Like, why am I still attracted to that? And the second that you realize none of it makes sense and that you deserve more, what's gonna help you make that push to start finding better people? If you want to attract a different type of people, you need to change the story that you have about your dating life. Start telling yourself, I only attract people that love me, respect me, that they treat me like a princess. Start telling yourself, I'm really amazing at picking amazing partners. You start thinking this way, it's going to start creating new experiences, because on a subconscious level, I'm sure that deep down you know that you're picking the wrong type of men. You choose to ignore it. So once you start counteracting that belief, you're going to start to see different results.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Your subconscious governs everything you do. It doesn't know fact from fiction. It's operating based on the thoughts you feed it. If you keep telling it that all men are losers, manipulators, users, that's all you're going to come across. If you can reprogram your subconscious to believe that high-value men are out there just waiting to meet you, you're going to open yourself up to that frequency and start pulling these men into your reality. In order to level up the men you meet, you must level up your thoughts and therefore yourself.
Here is the psychological reason why you keep attracting low-value men who don't want to commit. You might resist this, but it's true. Your subconscious mind, which stores all your beliefs and all your fears about love, its number one job is to keep you alive. It is wired for your survival. So what's going to happen is that your subconscious mind always wants to go back to what's familiar. What's familiar is most comfortable and most predictable to your subconscious mind. So if you've had a history, if you are used to guys not treating you with respect, if you are used to things not materializing into a relationship, not only have you created beliefs around that you view as truth, well, your subconscious mind is also working to keep and uphold those beliefs and make sure that you keep living that reality over and over again. And until you do the inner work to reprogram your subconscious mind and program it towards the love you actually want, history is just going to keep repeating itself because it's what you're actually most comfortable with, even if it's not what you ultimately want on a subconscious level.
That was so true for me. When I was finally free out of a 10-year awful abusive relationship, what did I do? I went on Hinge thinking these men on Hinge, right? They're all mature, grown, elite gentlemen. And somehow I ended up with a man who was exactly like my ex. Another unhealed artist type with abusive tendencies that hated women. I guess at that time all I knew was my ex, and I gravitated to someone who was so similar purely out of comfort. But once I recognized the destructive patterns, it was much easier to break it off.
Maybe what the you attracted to is your problem. I keep attracting boys. No, you keep being attracted to boys, to dusty ass, toxic ass that will waste your time. You attracted. You love that shit. It ain't that you keep attracting the wrong type of people. Problem is you keep being attracted to the wrong type of people. There are probably a myriad of other men that are interested in you, but who do you choose to entertain? You ignore this person's internal characteristics because he's 6'4" and chocolate. You keep telling me and making these excuses talking about all I attract is people that don't want relationships. It's men that's gonna waste my time. No, all you are attracted to are those type of men. That's what you choose to entertain. You choose to go on dates with. You choose to have sex with. And then you got the nerve to say, well, it's a lack of quality men. No, you just not attracted to the qualifications that quality men have. Maybe it is about who you are attracted to that needs to mature.
That man was intense. But he is right as hell. There's this kind of F-boy trap a lot of women fall for. The smooth talker who can sell salt to a slug. He's probably amazing in bed. He has all these women in his DMs. It piques your interest, like, why is he so desirable? And maybe you want to prove that you can change him or tame him. Girl, there is a reason why he's so good in bed. It's because he's been with hundreds of different women. He could talk his way into anything he wants because he's a master manipulator. He knows how to get in your ear because he's done it so many times. Sometimes this type of man is in survival mode, so he's mastered all the things to say to get into your apartment and start living there or start driving your car around, so don't take the bait. Well, that about wraps up this episode, but hope you enjoyed and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye for meow.